Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Alden Rook, Chief Analyst at NOCTEM. Today we're opening file NEF-003, the Smiling Man. Impact class, Destabilizing. Status, active, recurring. This entity demonstrates engagement-dependent facial escalation during paralysis and waking states. No direct physical aggression has been confirmed. Psychological destabilization has been documented in prolonged exposure cases. The file remains under active investigation. Let's proceed. Quick summary. NEF-003 manifests during sleep paralysis, at the exact moment a person wakes up but cannot move. The subject is conscious. They can see the room. They are fully aware, and the entity is already there. It appears as a thin, adult male standing or seated within the room. Clothing is ordinary. Posture is upright. No visible bodily deformities. The defining feature is the smile. The mouth is extended wider than natural comfort allows. Teeth are fully visible, alignment slightly irregular. The smile does not relax. The eyes remain fixed. They do not reflect the expression of the mouth. The entity does not approach. It does not attack. It simply watches. Nothing escalates until the subject speaks. The trigger. Escalation begins only after verbal engagement, not when the subject sees the figure, not when they recognize the abnormality. When they speak, the smile widens incrementally. The corners of the mouth rise further. Teeth become more exposed. Facial tension increases. The eyes remain fixed. No vocal response is produced. No physical contact occurs. In repeated exposures, escalation may begin during whispering. In advanced cases, internal speech rehearsal is sufficient. The entity remains stationary throughout the process. Escalation pattern. Most sightings occur at the foot of the bed or directly facing the subject. The entity does not reposition prior to engagement. Once verbal initiation occurs, facial expansion accelerates. Late-stage reports describe persistent perception of exaggerated smiles in unrelated individuals. Auditory distortion of one's own voice, increased discomfort during social interaction, waking state manifestations. But the figure does not pursue, it does not lunge, it reacts. Confirmed outcomes. Exposure follows a progression. Mild cases involve isolated paralysis events. Moderate cases include recurrent smiling apparitions and environmental presence. Severe cases involve waking state visibility, derealization, and chronic insomnia. No confirmed lethal physiological outcome. Psychological destabilization has been documented. Documented case, NP-112, previously stable adult. Exposure duration, 5 months. Initial episodes required direct speech for escalation. Later episodes triggered by whispering. Subject now refuses verbal engagement during paralysis. Waking state manifestations reported. Mitigation. Remaining silent reduces escalation risk in early stages. Avoiding direct focus on the mouth may delay distortion. Suppressing internal verbalization may prevent progression. Once repeated engagement occurs, effectiveness declines. Containment remains procedural. Current status. NEF-003 remains active. Waking state manifestation frequency increases with prolonged exposure. Engagement dependency confirmed. Perceptual carryover documented. Intent remains undefined. Monitoring continues. The file remains open.